Have you ever felt that no matter how much effort you pour into your relationships, they don't seem to flourish the way you envision? What if I revealed that a philosophy born over 2 millennia ago holds the key to forging deeper, more authentic connections in our hyperconnected, yet often isolating modern world? Enter Stoicism, an ancient wisdom tradition with timeless relevance, capable of revolutionizing how we relate, communicate, and bond with others. Picture this: applying principles once used by emperors and great thinkers to elevate your personal relationships. At its core, Stoicism teaches us that meaningful connection isn't built on grand gestures or perpetual harmony, but on mutual respect, understanding, and mastery over our perceptions and reactions. In a chaotic world rife with conflict and miscommunication, Stoicism shines as a beacon of clarity and resilience. Whether you're navigating workplace dynamics, striving to deepen intimacy with a partner, or cultivating richer friendships, Stoicism equips you with tools for greater authenticity and ease in all your interactions. Today, we'll explore the essence of Stoicism to unlock strategies for nurturing profoundly fulfilling relationships amidst life's inevitable turbulence. Prepare to transform how you connect with others and experience the profound joy of relating on a deeper, more genuine level. When most people hear Stoicism, they envision emotionless philosophers detached from reality. Yet nothing could be further from the truth. Stoicism is about engaging thoughtfully and meaningfully with the world around us, and particularly with those we care about. It champions relationships rooted not in fleeting emotions or superficial acts, but in mutual respect, shared values, and empathetic understanding. You may wonder, how can a philosophy centered on emotional regulation foster stronger bonds? The answer lies in its approach: not suppressing emotions, but mastering them so they serve rather than sabotage us. In relationships, this means pausing before reacting impulsively out of anger or frustration. Instead, it calls for reflection followed by thoughtful engagement infused with kindness and care. Consider a disagreement with a loved one. Rather than rushing to defend your stance, take a step back. Seek to understand their perspective, not merely to reply, but to truly comprehend. This practice of active listening and empathy strengthens ties, fostering trust and mutual regard. By choosing patience over irritation, compassion over judgment, and generosity over resentment, we become the best versions of ourselves, even when others fall short. But Stoicism doesn't stop at managing conflict. It also encourages celebrating joys, sharing triumphs, and supporting one another through hardships. It reminds us to cherish the present moment and express gratitude for the people who enrich our lives. When combined with self-awareness and intentionality, these practices create bonds that are not only resilient, but deeply satisfying. Here's where Stoicism gets even more intriguing. It challenges us to recognize that events themselves aren't what disturb us. It's our interpretation of them. This insight alone has the power to reshape how we navigate relationships. Let's illustrate this idea. Imagine waiting for a friend who's running late. One reaction might be frustration, thinking they don't value my time. But what if you reframe the situation? Perhaps something unforeseen delayed them, a scenario you've likely encountered yourself. Shifting your perspective transforms irritation into understanding, paving the way for calmer, more constructive interactions. By adopting this mindset, we learn to respond, not react, to the complexities of human relationships. And in doing so, we lay the foundation for connections that endure and thrive, regardless of external circumstances. When misunderstandings or disagreements arise, it's easy to point fingers at others or the circumstances. But the Stoic philosophy invites us to turn our gaze inward instead. It challenges us to examine how our own perceptions and reactions may have fueled the conflict. By doing so, we gain the power to respond with greater clarity, empathy, and intention, transforming potential discord into an opportunity for growth and deeper connection. This practice isn't limited to navigating challenges. It also enriches the positive aspects of our relationships. When we consciously focus on the virtues of those around us and cherish shared moments of joy, we nurture gratitude and optimism. This doesn't mean ignoring problems or pretending perfection exists. It's about striking a balance. We learn to savor the good while addressing the difficult, fostering healthier, more harmonious dynamics in every relationship. At its core, Stoicism teaches us to reframe our thoughts and direct our energy toward what we can control, a principle that holds transformative potential for our interactions with others. By embracing this mindset, we become less reactive, more compassionate, and better equipped to appreciate the people in our lives. The next time frustration or disappointment arises in a relationship, pause and ask yourself, is this within my control? Can I view this situation through a different lens? Shifting your perspective in this way not only improves how you relate to others, but also cultivates inner peace and fulfillment. Imagine the possibilities if you fully embraced this wisdom. Your relationships could blossom into spaces of mutual respect, understanding, and harmony. Central to Stoicism are four key virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, that serve as pillars for nurturing stronger, more meaningful connections. Let's explore their impact. Wisdom. In relationships, wisdom transcends mere knowledge. It's the ability to navigate the intricate web of human emotions and perspectives with grace. True wisdom lies in seeking first to understand before being understood. By prioritizing empathy and insight, we reduce unnecessary friction and build bridges of trust and compassion. Courage. Courage isn't about dramatic acts. It's found in vulnerability. It takes bravery to express your authentic feelings, engage in tough conversations, and confront uncomfortable truths. Courage also means honoring boundaries for yourself and others, creating a foundation of trust where genuine connections can thrive. Justice. Stoicism reminds us of our interconnectedness and the ripple effect of our actions. Justice in relationships means treating others with fairness, dignity, and respect. It calls us to stand up for what is right, even when it's inconvenient or challenging, ensuring that our interactions remain equitable and uplifting. Temperance. Temperance is the art of balance. In relationships, it guards against extremes, whether clinging too tightly or withdrawing completely. By practicing self-control, we avoid letting raw emotions dictate our behavior and create space for thoughtful, measured responses. This fosters partnerships that are both supportive and empowering. By weaving these Stoic values into the fabric of our relationships, we cultivate environments rooted in mutual respect, understanding, and care. These principles deepen personal bonds and elevate professional collaborations, leading to richer, more fulfilling connections across all areas of life. So, the next time you interact with someone, a colleague, friend, or loved one, bring wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance to the forefront. Far from abstract ideals, they are practical tools capable of transforming your relationships for the better. Now, let's address a common misconception. Stoicism does not advocate suppressing emotions. Instead, it teaches us to understand and manage them skillfully. Emotions are natural and inevitable, but it's our response to them that defines the outcome. For instance, anger itself isn't harmful. It's the unchecked reaction to anger that can damage relationships. Stoicism encourages us to pause, reflect, and choose a response aligned with our values. In that moment of stillness lies immense power. The power to strengthen bonds rather than weaken them, to act with compassion rather than impulsivity. By mastering our emotional responses, we unlock the ability to navigate relationships with wisdom, grace, and resilience. Stoicism invites us to delve deeply into the beliefs that fuel our emotions, recognizing that these emotional responses often stem from perceived threats to what we value or expect. By shining a light on these underlying triggers, we gain the power not only to address the root causes of our feelings, but also to articulate our needs with clarity and cultivate empathy within our relationships. Empathy, as Stoicism reminds us, is a cornerstone of emotional intelligence, essential for fostering genuine connection. The philosophy urges us to step into others' shoes, seeing the world through their eyes, so we can respond with kindness, support, and profound understanding. This approach deepens trust and strengthens the bonds we share, creating relationships rich with mutual respect and compassion. Far from advocating the suppression of emotions, Stoicism champions their constructive expression. It teaches us to channel our feelings in ways that enhance intimacy and reinforce the ties binding us to those we care about. Honest, thoughtful communication becomes the lifeblood of meaningful connections, allowing us to navigate even the most complex emotional landscapes together. Mastering this skill takes patience and practice. Yet as we grow more adept at managing our emotions and responding with intention, our relationships blossom into resilient, fulfilling partnerships. Through self-awareness and wise emotional stewardship, Stoicism empowers us to forge stronger, more compassionate connections. At the heart of every thriving relationship lies effective communication and unwavering trust, the bedrock upon which all else is built. Without them, even the strongest bonds risk crumbling. In a Stoic view, communication transcends mere words. It embodies active listening, sincere understanding, and thoughtful response, all aimed at nurturing the connection. Trust, too, plays an indispensable role, enabling us to be vulnerable, open, and authentic with one another. These twin pillars form the foundation of healthy, enduring relationships. True connection demands more than surface-level exchanges. It calls for the sharing of thoughts, emotions, and values with honesty, clarity, and respect. Stoicism imparts a vital lesson. Listening is not merely waiting for your turn to speak, but striving to truly understand. It asks for our full presence in conversations, encouraging attentiveness to others' perspectives and responding with wisdom. In a fast-paced, distraction-filled world, practicing mindful, intentional communication has the power to transform our relationships, making them stronger, richer, and more significant. Yet communication isn't solely about listening. It's equally about expressing ourselves authentically, particularly during challenging moments. Discussing sensitive topics or resolving conflicts can feel daunting, but Stoicism equips us with the courage to voice our truths gracefully and tactfully. Approaching difficult conversations with wisdom and respect doesn't just resolve issues. It fosters deeper trust and connection. Trust serves as the invisible bridge linking hearts and minds, requiring a sturdy foundation and consistent upkeep. Stoicism shows us how to build and sustain this bridge through reliability, integrity, and transparency. When we make promises, we keep them. When we stumble, we own our mistakes and seek reconciliation. Such consistency assures others of our dependability and honor. But trust isn't forged solely through strength. It also flourishes through vulnerability. Opening up, sharing our fears and aspirations, and entrusting others with our innermost thoughts create a cycle of mutual understanding and reinforcement. Stoicism gives us the courage to embrace vulnerability wisely, strengthening the bonds of trust that underpin our relationships. Beyond believing in one another, trust is about believing in the relationship itself, the confidence that together we can weather any storm, overcome challenges, and emerge stronger. This kind of trust provides a profound sense of security and belonging, the essence of a thriving connection. In an era dominated by fleeting, superficial interactions, cultivating meaningful relationships may seem challenging. Yet Stoic wisdom offers timeless principles to nurture profound and lasting connections. One of the greatest gifts we can offer others is our undivided presence. Amid a world brimming with distractions, being fully present, both mentally and emotionally, lays the groundwork for deeper, more fulfilling relationships. This entails tuning in with genuine intent, engaging wholeheartedly, and cherishing the moments we spend with others. When individuals feel truly heard and understood, trust and closeness grow organically. Common experiences and shared values further solidify these ties. Stoicism urges us to harmonize our actions with our deepest beliefs and surround ourselves with like-minded souls. Whether through acts of service, shared interests, or spiritual exploration, these connections become infused with profound meaning and intention. Embracing vulnerability is another cornerstone of authentic relationships. Though society often mislabels vulnerability as a sign of frailty, Stoicism teaches that real courage lies in being open. By allowing ourselves to be seen, imperfections, doubts, and all, we create space for others to do the same. This reciprocal act builds trust, fosters empathy, and nurtures true companionship. Gratitude plays a pivotal role in deepening our bonds. Acknowledging the presence, efforts, and generosity of those around us not only strengthens existing connections, but also draws more meaningful relationships into our lives. Gratitude cultivates an environment of respect and care, making our relationships more resilient and fulfilling. Profound, meaningful relationships are not static achievements, but dynamic, evolving journeys. Stoicism reminds us that connection demands ongoing effort, addressing conflicts with wisdom, fostering mutual growth, and showing up consistently for one another. By nurturing our relationships with the same commitment we dedicate to personal development, we ensure they remain robust, enriching, and enduring. Our relationships ground us in this ever-shifting world, providing joy, strength, and purpose. The quest for deep connection reflects our shared humanity, our capacity to empathize, understand, and love. By embracing Stoic principles, we forge bonds that not only endure life's challenges, but thrive, adding depth and significance to our existence.